Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, taking a look at the co-feature at Saratoga on Friday. Race number 8 is the Wilton Stakes. We're going to throw up the field. It's a restricted stake for 3-year-old fillies going a mile out of the chute on the back stretch. So a little bit of a left-hand turn that these fillies are going to take after the first 16th of a mile or so. Chad Brown won this race last year with Randomized, who went on to have a big year and even a bigger 2024, finally taking down Idiomatic in the Ogden Phipps earlier this season. He's got Bell's Beach, the morning line favorite.
Yeah, slight morning line favorite for the 6 Bells Beach. They're very lightly raced, Dan, but it feels like there's a lot of potential here. Probably has to improve a little bit to beat this field, but that's not out of the question. She's been pretty good in her first 2 starts.
Bell's Beach will step up to face winners for the first time, and we'll see where she is on our Timeform US pace projector. This is how Timeform US sees it after the opening half mile of the Wilton, and the 4 striker Has Dial is expected to make the lead. She has a good amount of early foot. While Miss Justify was a pace pressing winner last time out at Churchill, she's shown the ability to come from off the pace. I think striker Has Dial is faster.
Yeah, I won't argue with this pace projector. I think the right 3 horses are the ones that they have sort of up front in here. And it does feel like Striker Has Dial just might be the fastest one.
Miss Justify stretched out to a mile, albeit a one-turn one in her most recent start at Churchill Downs, and she looked pretty good. She pressed the pace while down towards the inside and kept on rolling. There was not a lot of closing going on. There were basically 1, 2, 3 after the opening half mile, but Miss Justify finally put it together in her second start for Pletcher. Respectable speed figure, and drawing inside is never a bad thing when you have that sharp left-handed turn out of the chute.
Yeah, as long as she gets out of the gate well again, she should be all right here, breaking from the rail. I mean, she took a step forward last time, Dan, and I don't feel like that was super unexpected. I really liked what she did as a 2-year-old, even though she only she won her debut. She didn't really she wasn't that effective in the stake, but I thought she ran okay in that Smart Halo. I think realized that he didn't give her a great trip at Gulfstream off the layoff in March, and he got way more aggressive with her last time, and it paid off. She ran really well in there.
Windy Walk is the number 2. She's the only 3-time winner in the field, and she's coming into this race sharp off 2 scores at Churchill Downs, both in one-turn mile races, and it seems she's really found her niche as perhaps a middle-distance runner. She showed good tactical speed to win last time, chasing a pretty solid pace and then sprinting on home, but it's a big step up from a $30,000 starter to Saratoga Stakes horses.
I'm not going to knock her recent form. You're right. It feels like getting a little bit more ground to work with on dirt. Maybe that's what was the whole card for her, and she's improved, but she's got to improve again.
Todd Pletcher has the 1 Miss Justify. He also conditions the number 3 Corb, coming off of a win at Keeneland in her final start as a 2-year-old. Let's go back to that race. Mile and a 16th affair with the short stretch at Keeneland. And Corb did some good things. She was pretty much last going into the first turn, Mike, but she has the lead turning into the lane, and she runs about her business. Nice 72 by her speed figure for a 2-year-old filly. She's going to have to deal with a layoff. I'm really not too concerned about it with Todd. This seems like the right spot. Not going to find too many second-level allowance going out of the chute.
You're right about that. They probably didn't have that many alternatives. So we'll see if she's ready to fire a shot off the bench here. Because if she is, Dan, I think she fits right in with these horses. I liked that win that we just watched there. She didn't finish it off that strongly. Makes me feel like that a lot, that distance, at least at that time, maybe isn't exactly what she wanted, but her debut was good. The Pocahontas seemed like it was just too tough for her at that time. I think she's talented. I think she fits here.
And she seems to have some agility. She can kind of sneak up on horses coming from mid-pack or even a little bit closer. Striker Has Dial is going to be a lot closer. She's likely going to make the lead. An impressive gate-to-wire winner at Laurel Park for Horatio de Paz, going 7/8. And then last time out at Saratoga, she went to the front, and then she was just no match for Ways and Means, who's one of the better 3-year-old fillies in the country and is going to be tough in the test.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not sure what it all means, for her to run an 89 buyer in that race last time over course and distance, which I think is notable just because, I mean, it was a really fast race. Ways and Means came for the top of the stretch. The source was no match, Dan. Ways and Means went right by her, and she just kept about her business and was clearly second best with an 89. I don't know. She ran well enough there that I'll take her chances seriously, and especially if she makes the lead. I guess that makes her double tough, but I wouldn't take too short a price on her.
Wayne Lucas sends out the 5 Lady Moscato, an expensive daughter of Quality Road, third last time out at Churchill Downs, a race where it looked like she got a fair pace to attack. She is sort of a one-run closing sprinter for most of her career. Stepping back up into the stakes ranks, it just seems her best races have come with Lasix, and in these stakes, you don't get it.
Glad you brought that up. That's something that I noticed too, and I was going to point out. I mean, it's every time they run her with LASIK, it seems like she's pretty good, and then when they run her without it, she's not quite as good. She's back on 2 weeks again for Lucas in this race, just to try something else and stretch her back out in distance a little bit. we'll see if it works. I can't find the one race to zero in on, Dan, that makes me want to bet her in here.
Bell's Beach is the morning line favorite for Chad Brown, daughter of Curlin, finished in even fourth in her career debut at Keeneland. After not showing much speed, going 7/8, they stretched her out to the one-turn mile at Churchill Downs, and she just looked good. She found the right field, but she ran well. There wasn't a ton of pace. She swept by those horses, and she got a strong fig.
Really liked the forward move in the second start. The debut, it looked like she really needed that race at Keeneland. She got wired. Irad just kept her wide around the track, and sort of felt like he was just giving her a little bit of an education there. Way more clued in last time. Big move on the turn, buried that field through the stretch. I think she might be okay.
Fourth place finisher from that race returned to flatter the form, graduating at Churchill in a maiden special with an 83 buyer. Dazzling Move completes the field, going out for Michael Trombetta, Joel Rosario. Here's her win last time out. First level allowance, going a one-turn mile with a long stretch at Laurel Park. She's won her last two races on the dirt, Mike. She got a pretty good trip against a field that's just not up to the quality she'll be facing at Saratoga, but you can't knock the figs she's been earning lately.
Yeah, she won her last two starts on dirt with competitive figures, Dan. This is a good performance here. I don't know what kind of field this is. Very confident, though, her rider was into this race. Looked like she was going to win by 10. She winds up winning by less than a length. I didn't love that about the performance, but she's pretty good. We'll see what kind of trip she can work at, because I don't think she's making the lead.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Wilton Stakes, race number 8 at the Spa on Thursday. Mike, you're going with Bell's Beach for Chad. Again, it looks like she's got a ton of upside potential, and she looked good stretching out to the one-turn mile last time.
Yeah, just really like the step forward that she took breaking her maiden last time, Dan. And I'm happy to stick with her in this race. I don't think I'd go too short on her, but I won't be surprised when she's favored. I think that she has a chance to be pretty good. I'm interested in Pletcher's other horse, the 3.
You must justify us to prove that her last Buyer speed figure of 86 isn't a fluke. It's significantly better than what she's earned, but she's so lightly raced. Maybe that's what she is, and she found herself going the one-turn mile. Good trip coming, I think, sitting just off the 4, ready to attack, turning for home. 6-3-1-4 for Mike, 1-4-7-6 for me. It's the Wilton on Thursday, opening week at the Spa. Good luck.